And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Alkyone, we have our South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Talon Esports. It is Dark. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player representing Bleed Esports. It is NightMare. Oh, and before I forget, if you're in the chat, predictions. I need a moment. I do need a moment, Papi. I need a moment. But predictions will soon be open in the chat, so you can place your bets on who you believe is going to make it to the grand finals. Who will be our first finalist, the Zerg or the Protoss? It's going to be up to you. Going to be up to you to decide. Just need a moment here. Dark, NightMare, Protoss, bam. Beautiful. Okay, predictions are open for the next 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to place your bets. Best of luck. For now, we're embracing our semifinals, and we do see NightMare. He immediately checks the gold. For those who are unaware, it is very common for Dark to rush into this gold base. That is why NightMare, the first thing he does is check to see if Dark did take it. We can see, and NightMare now knows, we're not going for the gold. Gonna be a standard opener. Hatch gas pool. Hatch gas pool opener here out of Dark. Everything's looking as it should. Likewise, gate expand out of NightMare. We're settling into initially a standard gate. Oh, here we go. Here we go. As we are going to be settling in. We are going to be settling in. For now, I mean, we should be seeing a pretty standard opener out of NightMare. We have a pylon thrown down closer to the edge of the main base, and this should be primed for a Stargate opener. Just to allow the Oracle to move out across the map that much faster. But we'll see. We'll keep an eye on NightMare. Likewise, Dark just droning up, getting to his queens, getting into his own 3-base setup. As we should be soon working towards that third. Speaking of it, NightMare, he's being as annoying as possible, hoping to delay the expansion, being active with the worker, with the probe. Likewise, Dark moving out, getting ready for his own Link Scout. And there's that tech, there's that Stargate in the main. Rallied across the map. And now Dark will take his own third. Things are pulling back home. Dark moving in with the Overlord, and with this Overlord Scout, we do get eyes on the tech of choice. Stargate is confirmed. And we can also try to get a read on the initial unit as well. So nice scouting here out of Dark, and it's going to be a Void Ray opener. Okay. Oh, no, never mind. A little bit indecisive. We start with the Void Ray, then we cancel it, go into the Oracle. Okay. We're good. It's going to be an Oracle opener instead from NightMare. Dark also, he confirms he's still within vision, still within range. Dark doing a double take. He's like, wait. I thought I saw a Void Ray. So it's going to be an Oracle opener. And back at home, Dark is just setting up, massing his queens. We should soon be seeing even a safety spore. Not too many. For now, queens are getting in position. We have soon to be 2 queens in the main and 2 queens at the natural. Likewise, Lings also have to keep up with the Adept. And NightMare is expanding. We have our third. Do have our third base. Ooh, and oh my god, the Oracle left a little bit idle there. Takes a lot of damage. Not the best start for NightMare. That's a lot of hull damage on the first Oracle. Has to pull away. Queens are keeping up. Oh my god. Getting another hidden. Behind this, we do have a second Oracle in production. And at least we keep the Oracle alive. Like, it's okay. We keep it alive. We can still regenerate HP. Sorry, regenerate shields even. And dive back in. Ooh, as long as they don't take too many hits. And behind this, interesting Dark rushing into a lair. Okay, I mean, say rushing in. There was around a 4-minute 30 lair timing. Just under 4:30. Is going for a faster lair, and my eyes are on Dark. We are taking an extra gas, guys. We're going up for 3 gases. Oracles move out. Queens are in position. So far, no economic damage. And behind this, NightMare is going to be going into his own transition as well. Off of 3 bases, working towards +1, and I imagine Blink. Yeah, Blink is on the way. We're getting into a Phoenix. Interesting. Okay. Phoenix on the way to hunt down the Overlord. Did come into the triple Oracle. And we should be able to force a cancel the fourth. Yeah, fourth base is cancelled, is denied. Lair is done, and we see what the Lair was for. It is for a Nidus Worm. So it's going to be a Link Queen Nidus all in from Dark. Did we spot the Lair timing? We did not. Uh-oh. The Oracles did not spot the fast Lair. We're in the dark. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what Dark is up to. Now the Phoenix is going to be able to hunt down the Overlord, thankfully. Overlord is hunted down, but Dark most likely will go for the Nidus Worm outside of the natural. We are in position for the Nidus. How many queens do we have? 7 queens. 7 queens, Mass Ling. We're going for Link Queen Nidus all in, and show us the Nidus Worm. There it is. It's on the way. Nidus Worm is on the way, and NightMare has no idea. NightMare, he saw 4th base. That's all he's seen. He's not ready for this. We got to surround. And 3 Stalkers fall immediately. NightMare, he's in a lot of trouble. This is the army. 3 Stalkers. Now soon to be 4. Stalkers are desperately warping in. Overcharge does keep the Stalker alive a little bit longer. Oracles race back home, but here come the queens. We do bleed out a lot of Lings. Ooh, that was a lot of Lings going down to the Stalkers. And without any Lings to support, we can deal with this. Yeah, the Stalkers are pushing out. How many Lings was that? That was 48 Lings. We have more. We have more where that came from. We got to surround. Blink is not done. Finishing up just now. And we get another Nidus Worm behind the wall. Chaos ensues. We're breaking into the natural. Shield batteries are on the way, but it may just be too late. It's going to be close. Lings, they can just hop over. They can just go from one Nidus into the other. Or from in one, out the other. GG gets called. We break the natural. And Dark is going to take a lead in this series. GG. Dark popping up with the Link Queen Nidus all in. Congratulations, Dark does take a lead here. Again, unfortunately, even though NightMare was being active with 3 Oracles, if you remember, he did not see the Lair. It was a just under 4-minute 30 Lair timing, so really fast Lair out of Dark. I was curious what the Lair was going to be for. Again, it was for an all-in, and NightMare did not get eyes on the Lair timing, which means that he didn't, of course, have the wherewithal, didn't have the knowledge to try to get a further scout, to try to get a further read of what the Lair was for, whether it was for fast Spire or a Hydrogen, for example, or a Nidus one. Lassie was caught off guard. Shield batteries are not ready, and with that, Dark takes the lead. And now we're getting into game number 2. We're getting into that second game. No pants. The pants were down, Papi. No pants. I like it. The no pants defense. It's beautiful. Exclamation mark Dark. Oh no. I want Light's big, hairy, sweaty arms to hold me so tight while he kisses his ducklings like no tomorrow. And I want him to call me my little Nidus. I'm going to scream back, Bexty Nap. Bexty Nap. As he holds me down and smacks my butt with his big, meaty hands. You're an animal. You're an animal, Papi. You're an animal. Calm down. Calm down. As spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have our South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Talon Esports. Leading the series 1-0, it is Dark. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Bleed Esports. Down in the series, can he bounce back? It is NightMare. Here we go. Now, it isn't just that NightMare didn't scout the Lair, it was also NightMare unable to get too much damage done with the Oracles. If you remember, Dark's Queen control and his Queen movement was on point, and he didn't lose anything to the Oracles. Despite investing into triple Oracle, it was surprising how little NightMare did accomplish with that Oracle harass. And again, that didn't help either. It didn't help when it ccame to Dark's eventual all-in and Dark committing. There's a lot that went well there for Dark. And we'll see what we embrace here in game number 2. In the Dark versus Dark. Exactly. It's a terrifying thing, man. It's a terrifying thing. For now, Hatch Gas Pool, standard opener here out of Dark. Nothing too crazy. Likewise, NightMare, I'm sure, looking to do the same. Getting to his own Gate Expand into Cybercore. And we'll see how NightMare adjusts. We'll see if he does mix things up. Again, we're loading into Oceanborn. What is scary about this map is Oceanborn is known for 3-base all-ins. Like, it's known for, like, German taxis or just waddling the queens across the map, cutting workers at 50 or, like, sub 66 even, sub 3-base saturation, and just committing to these big roach all-ins. I'm sure NightMare is fully aware of that, and again, we'll see how he does react. Oh, as Dark is investing into 6 Lings. Okay. Do you have a wave of Lings on the way? Initially moving out. Back at home, Stargate opener out of NightMare, once again. We'll see if this time we invest into the Void Ray. If you remember, NightMare was a little bit indecisive last game about the Void Ray or the Oracle, so we'll see what he embraces this time. We'll see what NightMare does go for. As I don't expect Dark to go for another Ling Queen Nidus all-in. It's usually something that you do once in a series. Just do it once, even if it's successful. It's not really the wisest of moves to go for the same cheese or the same all-in again, just because NightMare is going to be that much more prepared for it. Lings is zoned away. We're making more Lings. That's a decent chunk of Lings on the way here for Dark. With this, I'm sure he's going to be looking to shut down the Adept and also maybe even deny the third. Yeah, Ling speed is about to finish up, and the Lings are moving out. The Adept catches a tail end of those Lings. Shading back. He's shading back, and Dark is going straight for the third. Does find the Adept. Adept is going to be shut down. Oracle is pinned back. And again, if we wanted a third base, it's going to be delayed. Dark is in position. And he's going for the probe. Oh, the wall! The wall is open unless we do wall off just in time. Dark pulls away, and that is a very fast Roach Warren. A sub 4-minute Roach Warren here for Dark. It looks like we're setting up for an all-in. We're setting up for the all-in. Bearing in mind that Dark is fully aware of the Stargate opener. He is aware that, you know, NightMare is rushing into a Twilight Council, into Glaives, into Blink, or into DTs. This Roach Warren is to be aggressive, not to be safe. As Lings, they keep NightMare busy. Because of these Lings, the Oracles have been stuck at home. We haven't scouted at all. Now NightMare's moving out, and he needs to scout the Roach Warren. He needs to get read of what's going on. As the Queens, we're already waddling. Like, the all-in is already here. It's already upon us. And back at home, what do we have? Almost nothing. We have a handful of gateway units. Queens are waddling across the map. Roach's Lings are on the way. One way or another, the game is about to end. And we do manage to kill some probes. Oh, sorry, some drones even. 8 workers go down. We spot the tech. We're fully aware. Shield batteries are on the way. That's an understatement. A wall of shield batteries. We're setting up at the natural. And we know, yeah, the third base, we force a cancel. There's no saving it. The third is going to go down. Now, what's important is that Dark, he needs more. He has invested so heavily into this cutting workers at 30. Barely an economy. Dark is completely all in. We catch an Oracle, and we're headed for the natural, but that's a lot of shield batteries. And NightMare responding with the Dark Shrine. Remember, this is a hatch tech all in. There is no detection. If we can survive long enough to make some DTs, we can hold. We can pull off a defense. Ooh, the Vials. The Vials connect. Queens have arrived. Dark still not droning. And we're going for the Cyber Core. We should be able to knock down the initial front door. I mean, I say that. Again, there's so many shield batteries behind us. 5 shield batteries. 2 more. 2 more are coming. And we just have to buy time. The Dark Shrine, it's almost done. It's almost done. Cyber Core goes down. Vials, ooh. Again, are going to be healed up against with all these shield batteries. And Dark is still not droning. Dark is still completely all in. And the Dark Shrine does complete. And here come the DTs. They warp in. They warp in. They go for the Ravagers. And Dark, he has to back off. We shut down the Ravagers. We shut down the Queens. And Dark, he's in trouble. He has to retreat. He has to back off. NightMare, he holds. NightMare does hold. We catch every single Queen. Dark, he rotates around though. He doesn't want to give up. Pushes back in. We knock down the front door. Lings, they flood into the main. The wall is open. The Lings, they flood in. DTs, they keep on pushing. They turn back around. NightMare indecisive. Ooh, the Biles connect. Dark makes the magic happen here. He busts into the main. Probes are falling. And we're going for the Nexus. We're going for the main base. Again, DTs are racing back. We force a recall. So far, NightMare, he's holding on. Dark is getting damage done. He's droning up behind this. And he's getting detection. And we have spores on the way. We have spore in every single mineral line. Lair in production as well. And we have a game. We have to take a moment here. We have to breathe. So, NightMare, he survives the all-in. He does make it out. Jesus, that's a lot of shield batteries. And NightMare can now expand. Meanwhile, across the map, Dark is droning. Dark is heavily droning up. Lair is almost done. Or it's halfway done now at this point. And Dark is attempting to recover. Attempting to macro out of this. And who do we favor here? I have to favor NightMare. NightMare, he's up in workers. He's now taking a third base. Sure, the third base isn't done yet, but Dark doesn't have the most efficient saturation either. Likewise, we have Blink already done. We have Arc on production. Our tech is solid. We have the Forge for +1. Oh, and can we keep up with this army? NightMare is moving out, and Dark, now he's in trouble. Dark is going to have vanilla roaches to defend. No roach speed, no +1. And no Ravagers either. The Ravagers, they were sniped earlier. NightMare doesn't like what he sees. He backs off. He sees the roach army. Does respect it. NightMare pulls away. And the question becomes, what is the plan for Dark? Do we go for a secondary all-in? I wouldn't be surprised, but no, never mind. That is a Hydra Den. Okay, Dark, he wants the macro. He's macroing up. He's droning. We should be seeing a 5th base. Sorry, a 4th base. Maybe even a 5th. And the game will continue. Well, we're catching 4 drones. Not bad. Oof. Not bad until we lose the Oracle. That's less than ideal. Roaches are going to be posturing. We can see that Dark is droning, so this move out is a fake out. You know, he's hoping to maybe force an overreaction. Or maybe just catch out a stray 4th. Any stray units. Just being active on the map. Meanwhile, NightMare is stabilizing. And we'll keep an eye out for any kind of signs of aggression here. Checking the gateway count, NightMare, he is on 8 gates. Oh boy. He's up on 8 gateways. Has taken his gases. War Prism's on the way. I imagine with the arrival of this War Prism, NightMare's going to be pushing. I imagine he's going to be moving out with this. And this is going to be a push that I don't know if Dark can survive. We'll see. This Dark is embracing Roach Hydra. No Ravagers, bear that in mind. Just heavy Roach Hydra instead. Speaking of, Roaches do harass across the map. They get eyes on the 4th. NightMare is in position. Roaches pull away. And you can see NightMare, he does make the Prism, but he's doubling down. We're working towards Immortal production. We have a second Robo on the way for double Immortal and maybe even getting into Disruptors. Do we have a Bay? Not quite. Just Immortals for the time being. And NightMare, he's just building up. He's just building up back at home. Dark has droned. Getting up to just over 3 base saturation. Up to 69 workers. Nice. But Dark is not droning. We definitely could. We have the freedom to saturate the 4th and get a 5th. But Dark is staying on a bit of a lower worker count. Okay, there we go. Now squeezing out 1 extra drone. We have 10 more roaches on the way. Is this going to work out for Dark? Can he break this? The army is spotted. Dark going for a counterattack. Or even setting up a surround. Yeah, Dark, he does turn around. Storm is done. We have 4 High Templar. And we come in from behind the Prism. Oh, the Prism gets shut down. Storms are being thrown down, and they do connect with some of these Hydras. But alas, the first High Templar gets started. The second, the third, every High Templar falls. And we get a full surround. We shut down the army. Ay, ay, ay. NightMare. We were doing okay. But alas, we got caught out, and we lost every single High Templar. We warp in 4 High Templar, but we need time. We have no Storms. No Storms yet. Immortal gets caught, and Dark, he's maxed out. He collapses on the army. And there's no way out of this. There's no escaping this. As last, we're up against the wall. We focus on the High Templar. There's 2 left. There's 1 left. There's 0. There's nothing. Nothing here for NightMare. GG gets called, and Dark will take the series at 2-0. GG. Oh my god. The surround was brutal. Again, like, the army itself wasn't looking too bad for NightMare, but unfortunately the High Templar, they were exposed as we had the surround. The Prism got shut down immediately. We denied the warp in. Just a brutal engagement there from Dark, and he swallows up the army. And with that, Dark is our first finalist. GG, well played. Dark is going to be our first finalist, and no, my apologies. Oh my god, we're speedrunning our way through the tournament. Dark is our second finalist. That was a fast series. Exclamation mark B. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourself. We started Dark versus NightMare when Solar versus Miyamika was still mid-series. So, damn. Classic versus Solar. That was a very fast best of 3. And Classic takes it 2-0. GG, well played. We missed out on that. I believe that was being casted by Chicken Man and Dave Testa. So, if you know what happened in Classic versus Solar, let us know. Those are fast games. So, I'm curious what happened there. I'm curious. Much faster than our series. Much faster. But here we go. We have our finalists. It's going to be Dark versus Classic in a best of 5.